Alright, so I'm back again. This is, I think, what, episode 4? And it is currently day 6, well, the end of day 6 after breakup. And yeah, I just wanted to get some more thoughts out there. I did a bit of a stupid thing. I kind of lashed out towards her after she had asked me to drop her stuff off, and all I said, I didn't like say anything nasty or anything like that. I was supposed to drop off her stuff today, and I'm not ready for that yet, which is fair enough. But I kind of lashed out at her for, yeah, I kind of lashed out, not in like any sort of aggressive way. I was just more kind of, I was in my own head at the time, and I regret reacting the way I did. All I said was that I wanted to, that I wasn't ready to drop her stuff off, and she is aware of that. And I got a response saying, hey, can you just let me know when you do drop my stuff off, right? Now, me being me, I don't necessarily understand like context, and so because all the context I had was that you know, she didn't want to speak to me, and all the context that I understood is that she didn't want to speak to me, which is, you know, I get why she doesn't want to, and I'm not going to hold that against her. But yeah, I did ultimately like say that I was confused and that I thought it would defeat the whole purpose of me messaging her, like just completely. I don't know whether willingly or subconsciously or what it was, but either way, I completely ignored the context as to why she would want to hear from me when I'm dropping her stuff off. And that upsets me, because if I understood why she wanted me to message her, and if I had picked up on like the reasoning, like, and I'm telling whoever's watching this and myself now that whatever, that she had a she had a genuine reason as to why she would have wanted to hear from me, and I made the mistake of not understanding. And I'm annoyed at myself for that, because I just feel like I have been disrespectful and that I was acting out of malice, and me telling her that like doesn't that defeat the whole purpose come from like a condescending and aggressive and like angered way of thinking, and I don't appreciate that from myself, because that is not who I am, that is not who I wish to be, that is not who I ever want to be. And I am upset at myself for not understanding the context and for not just piecing it together simply because I'm going to be honest, I know where I'm dropping it off to, and it's to her grandparents' place, and a normal person would have just been like, okay, yeah, she just wants to know so that she can let her grandparents know. Like, that is a reasonable request, but me being fucking me decided, no, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to be angry with her. Like, how fucking stupid am I? I don't know, it's one of those things And I'm just kind of upset with myself over it. In hindsight, it was very, very stupid of me to be thinking in that way. And I am frustrated with myself. And I wish I didn't. And all this sorts of things. And I'm struggling to be compassionate with myself. Compassion has never come easy to me. Both to myself personally and to other people in my life, and it is something that I'm trying very hard to work on because I recognize the value of being kind to people that you care about, or just being kind in general, and I'm trying to be that. And unfortunately, I am not. I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm not mature enough, whether I'm not doing okay, whether something just in my head is just not, like, thinking properly. But it's just, it's become a pattern where I kind of, like, overthink, and I say things that I don't necessarily mean, and I just don't understand why I do this, and it really annoys me because these sorts of things, it's hurtful to all my relationships. It's hurtful to people I care about, you know, and I just don't understand why I do stuff like that. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, and it's getting to a point where I'm just kind of sick of it. Yeah, I'm just not very pleased with myself right now. And I'm just not... Yeah, I'm just not very aware of my own emotional state as much as I would like to be, and I'm just not functioning properly, and it's kind of pissing me off. And I don't know if that's a part of grief, or a part of my grief, I should say, or if this is something completely different, or if I am just going insane, or, like, I really just don't know, and it's stressing me out. Like, I genuinely have no idea why I feel the way I feel sometimes. And it upsets me because I don't want to not understand. I want to be kind to her, and I want to be kind to myself. And I feel like I'm not being kind to anyone right now. And I don't know, it's a very upsetting thing to deal with. Because ultimately, like, my goal was to be kind to myself. My goal since the breakup was to learn how to be kind to myself, to learn how to care, to learn how to love not only myself but other people. And I'm just not doing very well at that, and I'm down, and I'm feeling just defeated at that, because, like, the idea of learning how to love myself is such a big concept that I've never actually, like, had to deal with. And it's something that I've never been strong with, and it's something that I've tried before but never really knew how to do. And I don't know, it makes it difficult to learn. It makes it difficult to thrive where I'm at. But it's difficult to thrive due to where I'm at emotionally, you know? I'm just, yeah, not happy with myself on that. But it is a work in progress, and I'm trying my best to be kind to myself. This is something that means a lot to me, and something that I want to continue doing, and something I've been aiming for a fair while now. And I don't think it's fair to myself or others if I am not, you know, learning how to take care of myself and learning how to be kind to myself and others. Like, I am kind to other people. Like, I ask my friends and people I care about, and I say, look, do you think I am a bad person? And they say no. So I know what their thoughts are, and I understand that. But there's something in my head that's stuck in there and is saying, no, you are not who people say you are. You are not who you want to be, and you'll never be that. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. Because I hate that I have so little trust for myself. And on top of that, I'm worried that I will never, like, kind of get over my own doubts, get over my own insecurities and whatnot. And that is just not something I'm really okay with. Because if I don't have understanding of things, my brain decides that it's going to go into overdrive, and that I will not think about anything else except for the one thing that's stressing me out for God knows how long, until it either resolves itself or I get too exhausted thinking about it. And that becomes a difficult thing to deal with. Trying to be compassionate is difficult when it's towards myself. When it's with anyone else, I am perfectly fine. I know how to comfort people. I know how to take care of them when they can't take care of themselves. Hell, my ex will literally agree with that. Because I took her to hospital whenever she needed to go. I took her to appointments when she felt like she needed just someone to be there for her. Like, I did all that sort of stuff, and I held her hair back when she felt nauseous and was gonna vomit. Like, I did all that sort of stuff. So I feel like I'm good at that with other people. And it's part of the reason why I am considering studying psychology. Because it felt good when I could help her. And it feels good whenever people need my help. And it feels good when people say, hey, I just need someone to be there. Can we talk or whatever? Like, that feels significant to me. So yeah, I'm getting there. And it just makes it kind of difficult. But progress is being made, and that is the main thing. Although it is very slow, and it is somewhat hurtful. I don't wish to be a bad person. But there's a part of me that can't kind of, that can't not be that. And that's kind of annoying and frustrating and upsetting. But I don't know, it's one of those things where I need to kind of get over that and learn how to be okay with everything that I'm not okay with now. Like, right now, I'm not okay with being alone. And not just alone in the sense of, oh, I don't have a relationship, so my life is awful. No, I'm talking like, I have been alone for so long in my life. Like, sure, I have friends, but I don't have friends that I'm close with. I don't have friends who I don't have friends that I am so close with that I can just say, hey, look, I want to hang out tomorrow night. Are you good to do that? And then for them to say yeah, because like I've always kind of been a bit of a loner, and not wanting to be that anymore, not wanting to be a loner and to feel like my life is just a big whole bunch of nothing, and just feeling like I don't really have a purpose. I don't really have a reason to, I guess, do anything other than just because. And feeling like there isn't a reason to do things and to enjoy life and to love myself is one of the harder things I think I've had to deal with. Because ultimately, right now, my life feels pointless. Like, it feels like I've got no direction. It feels like I've got no reason to do anything. It just feels like I am just kind of riding life without having any sort of, I guess, thing to work towards, having nothing in particular to make progress towards. And that frustrates me. Just feels like my life is empty, and that I kind of lived for this relationship. Like, this relationship meant so much to me, and it's something that I hold so dearly. But, like, looking back, I just don't have anything. I just don't have anything that, you know, makes my life feel like I am, like, doing something with it. I don't know, it's a sad thing to kind of realize, because I genuinely just have so much love for people, and I just don't want to, I guess, have these emotions. I don't want to feel like I'm worthless. But there is so much of me that is fighting the desire to feel like I belong, to feel like I have a place in this world. And it's just not it, you know? I don't know if anyone who may be watching this kind of understands that feeling. But it's a difficult emotion to have, and a difficult thing to come to terms with, and a difficult thing to, I guess, unlearn. Because ultimately, if I'm going to make this emotional progress, I need to unlearn. I need to unlearn so much of what I believe about myself, what I believe about others. I need to unlearn, like, what I hate, what I loathe in myself. I need to be able to unlearn all of these things, and that is difficult. It just hurts that I can't come to terms with these things and just be happy. Like, I want to be happy. That's all I want. That is all I want. I just want to be happy. And I don't know. I just don't feel that. I just don't feel like I bring happiness to anyone or anything, really. And that is a very depressing thing to think about. And I don't know, I find myself getting so down on all these things. Things that I don't necessarily have control over, or like need to have control over, or I just feel so down for no reason, and I don't know why, you know? It just makes things so just emotionally stressful, so just so bleh. I hope someone sees this one day and kind of understands what that kind of feeling is, because that is, it's kind of just really sucky that I can feel this way and just not, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying very hard to not lose myself in this whole thing, because, like, I feel like that is just not gonna end well for anyone. It's not fun. That's all I can say. Anyway, I feel like it's a good thing that I'm kind of realizing these things, because if I don't realize these things, like how am I going to, I guess, just make progress in my journey, you know? But it doesn't mean it doesn't suck, if that makes sense, because my emotions are still kind of all over the place, and I just don't know how to give empathy to myself. I don't know how to feel compassion for myself. And that makes things really hard. Really hard to deal with because, like, I feel so lost and I feel angry and I feel confused, and I'm not allowing myself to feel that without some sort of negative talk to myself. And I feel like that is a terrible, terrible way to live. Because it kind of is. I kind of just don't have anything else in my life other than this kind of self-pity that I constantly feel and that I constantly fight the urge not to give into, you know? There are days where I feel like it would just be so much easier if I didn't have to deal with any of this shit, you know? And I'm probably not wrong. Probably not wrong, which is kind of the scary bit. Tragic is what I'm likening this to, because, I don't know, it is kind of tragic that I don't care for myself. And it's tragic that I don't let myself just be without criticism. And it's not that, like, I don't have a reason to feel the way I am, but it kind of has defined my whole life. I've always been self-critical. Like at school, I would, you know, try my hardest, and when I wouldn't get, you know, an A plus, I'd be so self-critical, and I would say, people would say, yeah, good job, and I'd say, thanks, but I could have done better, you know? And it's just, it's kind of consumed my life, and that's not fun. It's not fun for anyone, especially not me. So I don't really know what to do about that. Self-reflection is hard. Self-care is hard. I hope anyone, and especially future me, I hope that you found self-love. You found what it's like to care about yourself and to let yourself be without criticism, and to be kind to yourself, and to truly love you for who you are and what you bring. Because I know how difficult it can be to feel like you're worth nothing. I don't wish anyone to feel like they are worthless, because I'm feeling that right now, and it is not a fun thing to envision and to be dealing with. Because life sucks, and it's just too easy to fall into traps that don't matter. And I fear I'm falling into that trap. I used to be so angry all the time. I used to be so sad all the time, and I never learnt how to be with it, you know? I never learnt how to be compassionate towards myself. I never learnt how to do what I can to just be kind to not only myself, but to those who matter to me. I find it very, very difficult to, like, I don't even know what to say to myself whenever I'm feeling down. Like, how does one, you know, give kindness to themselves and not be critical, and not just be frustrated with themselves? Or, like, how does one just be okay with messing up? I don't know what is wrong with my brain, because I feel like I've never really had the ability to be kind to myself, and I've never really felt like a sense of self-preservation. I think is one way to look at it. Because like I've always been critical of myself. And I just don't know how to not do that. And unlearning that sort of thing, like I'm trying now, but it's been so tedious, it's been so difficult. It feels like I'm not making any progress 90% of the time. And then I keep falling into the trap of like seeing a little bit of progress and then being like, oh, but you could be somewhere else. And I feel like I'm kind of getting stuck in that could have, would have, should have self-talk. And it's making things difficult. Self-reflection is a bitch. Being kind to yourself is... Why does it have to be so difficult? I hate it. I need to be able to, like, be okay with that. I need to learn to be okay with... Like, even then, like, me just saying, why does it have to be so hard? Like, I get that that is... like, a cry of frustration. But it's come from a place of frustration towards myself, and the whole process of being kind to myself. Like there must be something going on in my head that's, I guess, kind of fighting me on literally everything I say. And that sucks. Like a lot. I just don't know what to do with it. I feel like that is enough talk for now. I will make more progress updates in the future, and I will try to be more kind, and I will try to be more understanding towards myself. Anyway, good luck, future me, and if anyone may be watching this, I hope you're all okay, and I hope you are not suffering. Have a good night or day or morning or whenever you're watching this. Alright, bye now.